Today I started my first trade with a losing trade, and this was the trade right here. And then I tried to follow up after this two-legged pullback and a failed trap to the short side. I waited for this bar to finish and put my limit order in, and market went without me and left me hanging. And I had a flashback to my earlier days of trading, because what would happen earlier when I started trading was, after me having a losing trade right here and after me missing a trade right here, I would get very angry, I would get very depressed, and I would probably be revenge trading. I would want to take my money back that market stole from me, quotation marks, stole from me. I would probably end up taking this second entry long horrible doji bar below EMA after the market depleted with the break and a new high. And I would end up with 2 losing trades and 1 missing trade, and I would be specifically mad at the market. And I would be questioning the market. Why is the market doing this to me? Why is the market taking my money away from me when I've done nothing wrong? And I'm a just good human being. I help some homeless people. I don't steal. I've never committed crime. Why can't I make a consistent income, just $100 per day, $100 a day? Why is this market doing this to me? I was this gullible, and I wasn't really comprehensive on how market operates. But market isn't here to take our money. Market isn't here to give us money either. Market doesn't care about us. We're just retail traders. Institutions don't care about us. The markets are neutral. All these ticks that you see on the chart, print on the chart, are neutral. If you look at a chart and something causes you feel emotional pain, this is just the emotional pain you have inside of you, and you project it onto the charts. But what would also happen, I would end up with these 2 losing trades, 1 missing trades, and I would be so angry that I would be paralyzed. I couldn't force myself to take the good trades at the key entry points throughout the rest of the day. The high probability setup, they're easy to see, and I would be too scared to take these trades because I already had 2 losing trades, and I would be just confused. Is this the accurate representation of my trading skills? Like, this is not me. Why am I not able to take these easy trades? And I just skip the rules right here. I try to outsmart the market. What is this? Just because something happened right here, this is not how I trade. This is not how I am. What is happening? And that's unfortunately the emotional side that is inside of us. We have to get rid of these emotional demons. Every trader has these emotional demons. I mean, it is a nature part of our mental makeup. It is inside our heads. Our mind have a defense mechanism. Just as when we put our hand on a hot stove, we will instantly jerk back without even thinking about this. It is subconscious. But our minds have the same thing, meaning if we have a losing trade, it will tap us into all the bad memories we have, into all the bad things we're dealing with. Mark Douglas, he talked about this in much more detail. Definitely recommend studying his material. But when we have a losing trade, you may start thinking about, the bad things that are happening in your life. You may, start being very depressed and, oh my God, I hate my job. I can't make money trading. I just argued with my wife. We're about to get divorced or whatever. My kids hate me. Whatever the thing it is, you and your friends don't get along. That's really that has nothing to do with your trading, and you have to take control over your emotions. You cannot get angry over losing trades. Losing trades are a part of your trading. Everybody has losing trades. There are going to be days when you're going to open up your chart, you're ready to trade, you're excited, and you have a first losing trade. Straight out of the gate, you have a losing trade, and it will completely mess you up. Those days are going to be there. You have to take that into consideration. There are going to be days when you will miss two trades in a row. You will get left behind. That's all part of trading. Because trading is only mental. There's no physical activity required for trading. Only physical activity is us moving our hands and clicking to put our order in place. Other than that, it's all mental. So, I want to share with you guys, what was going through my mind when I started trading, and what would be my mental hurdles, and what would be worse. This was even not following my rules. This was just a first entry long, and we're far away from EMA. I just took a losing trade, and I didn't even need to take a losing trade. That's probably what will really get me. And my ability to read the chart, I mean, I could still read the chart well. I could see, how the trades can probably win, but I couldn't force myself to take these trades. I want to talk about this specifically on Friday because we have a weekend ahead of us. And I want you guys to reflect back on your trading and how you did well mentally, because nobody's going to talk about this. I know everybody likes to read about the best trading patterns and nobody's going to tell you the truth behind trading. You know, the gurus won't tell you this in their course, that trading is really, it's not easy as it seems, even though it is very doable. But it is not just easy, because you will never get rid of this mental these mental barriers. You will never get rid of this. After 10 years of trading, your mind will still be susceptible to be thinking like this. You have to constantly combat it every single day. It will get much easier, trust me, and it will be very rare, but you're always susceptible, and you always have to remind yourself the markets are random, that, you know, it is not personal, and anything can happen, any setup can fail. And you shouldn't be really celebrating your winning trades either, because winning trades are like a sun. You know, sun is going to shine at some point in our lives on everybody. So you have a 50-50% chance on every single trade to have a winning trade. So you cannot get ecstatic about winning trade. You cannot get depressed about losing trade. Market is random, and more importantly, you don't have to prove anything to anybody. This business, this is only about making money. You're not proving to your family, hey, look at me, I'm a trader, I made it. You're not showing off to your friends, you're not a hero. You know, people have crazy reasons why they pick up trading. This is only a business for making money, nothing else. You don't have to tell nobody, you don't have to prove nothing to anybody that you're a stock market trader. I mean, it sounds cool, but, you know, reality is a little bit different. So hopefully you guys find this useful, because I know a lot of you feel the same way. I mean, every trader feels like this at some point in their trading career, because we all have the same, our minds are wired the same way, and we have to put, you know, strong effort to fight this mentality that is our mind, you know, causing us to think. But today we started with a trading range, but we traded up into this trading range, and we were making higher highs like here and higher lows. So there is an upward bias into this trading range, and I was looking at this trend line. When I found this from the first two swings, you always want to check for the bigger pattern as early as you can, and this confirmed the trend line. We broke higher, prices are above the EMA, and this is a failed break below above the trading range, and most breakouts of trading ranges will fail. So no surprise, prices came back, and this pattern is called a breakout pullback pattern. We broke higher, we pulled back, and breakout pullbacks pattern are very sketchy patterns. I normally don't take breakout pullbacks unless they are really reliable, and they're really reliable when they are at the multiple key entry points and when it is a second entry. Unfortunately here, this is just a first entry, but what I like about this trade is how we ticked one tick lower below this bar and instantly reverse up on a nice one bar. But there is a support holding that acted as a resistance, there is a EMA, and there is a potential trend line. So there was a 3 key entry points. You probably wouldn't have the trend line in play yet, so there are 2 key entry points, still good enough. This is an upper bias, and market is just working higher and higher. The reason for me why I took this trade, because initially I was looking at something like this. This is what I would be looking at, and I was expecting prices to reverse from here and go at least to the potential midline, but we kept working higher and kept working higher. So I thought this is a trap to trap all the shorts who are picking the tops, and this is going to be one of those strong bull days. And we have a first break of this trend line, and this is the first entry long. We are not to the EMA, and we don't have a new low of this downtrend. So this is not according to the rules that I teach, yet I still pulled the trigger right here. I thought it was worth the risk, because this looked very strong and I got punished for that. I got left behind here because this is already 2-legged move down. First leg, pullback, second leg. First entry short, second entry short, but you don't want to go short yet because this uptrend is strong, EMA is pointing higher, and we are waiting for a new high of this uptrend, because that's the rules of trendline. Prices made a new high here, and we are working lower from this point on. With the new high, you know, this uptrend depleted. We have a first entry short, second entry short, that is confirming the trend line, it is confirming the EMA, big bearish signal bar, and you have a room to get to this trend line right here. I think this is a good trade that we potentially can trade. Prices confirm this trend line. This is a 4 bounce of this trend line. Even though you can take this trade because the bigger pattern will most of the time prevail, like it did here, it prevailed. But what I recommend for you guys is to wait for market to prove that other traders have the same intention, and the price, what is preferable here is for prices to push above the EMA, and then EMA is showing sign of strength that buyers are willing to go into the market. But it didn't happen. It instantly reversed. There was no failed second entry short. We have a break, first leg to new low, pullback, second leg to new low. So this downtrend played out, and I didn't have this downtrend in play yet. This is what I would be looking at. So what I'm looking at here is I'm seeing a 2-tier channel working higher. Even the midline fits nicely, and this is the first break of this uptrend. So I'm expecting for prices to get higher. So when we have a first entry short, we pushed above the EMA, and a second entry short right here that fits off the EMA and fits the trend line, 2 key entry points running congruently. I liked that trade at the time because I thought that we were going to make a new high, and this is a failed second entry short. Prices were, for whatever reason, made a triple top right here and instantly reversed lower. Then I draw this trend line. You can see it fits nicely off the lows right here. It confirmed the lows right here, and we pushed massively below the EMA. So this is telling you that the bus is shifting. A lot of people are starting to sell, and you have a first entry short, but we don't want to take first entry. That's not a high probability setup. We have a second entry short right here. Prices break this uptrend correction, attempt to make a new high. EMA is holding prices double top right here, big bearish bar. So I think it is good trade to take because we're now in a downtrend. Prices are making lower highs, lower lows. And the reason why I like this trade, because this is a first entry long, pullback, second entry long, and EMA is still holding prices below. We cannot close above the EMA no matter how hard we try. And prices pushed lower, pull back to the EMA. Unfortunately, it is a first entry, and here would be a great buying opportunity. Normally, when you have an overshoot like this, and you have a open of the day or close of the yesterday, this is normally a good key level where prices will give you opportunity to go long. This is also why I don't like taking the shorts right here, because we overshot the market, and overshoot will most of the time lead to break off this trend line. It also starting to look congestive like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, this trade right here looks very tempting. It is very similar to this right here. You have a 1, 2, 3 moves higher, 1, 2, 3 moves higher. But this is looking congestive, and you may say right now, hey Tom, but this looks like a congestion as well. Why is this okay and this is not okay? Well, this is simple. We have an overshoot right here. Right here, we're in the middle of the trend line, and we're expecting for prices to reach down here. We are overshooting here, and we're most likely, you can see what's going to probably happen. We're going to go here. This is very tempting. I'm not going to lie. This is very similar to this trade. But, I think it's better to just sit on your hands. What I would like to do, if prices pull back below EMA and give you a lower high, that would be much better. Or failed second entry long, that would be even better. But market just took off lower. We broke the major key level, and we keep working higher and higher as expected. So, I jumped the gun here, missed the trade here, but luckily I'm able to trade without emotions. But really pay attention to your mental side of trading, to your mental makeup. Don't neglect it, because it's more important when you build a foundation and you have a strong mind. Your technical skills will only add up, and it will increase exponentially. You will get better, but you can be the best analyst in the whole world, but if you can't keep your emotions in check, you can never make this. So we have a weekend ahead of us. Reflect back on your trading, and hopefully this video was helpful. If it was, I'm glad, and I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.